Okay, now before we apply for sealants or any filler for the holes or things like that, we need to clean out all the things in the bathroom, and we perform a proper cleaning on the floor to the tiles to everything. Because once I basically clean it, then I let it dry for one day before I apply all the filler. So the filler basically is for those hole. Can you see all this hole? So yeah. So I need to fill it up with the what we call white cement. White cement already. Then once we put it dry up, it will become like this. Then only I put the sealants, a layer of sealants on all these locations. So then the water will not be able to seep in into the house and cause leaking under the floor. So this is before I wash it. The toilet is quite dirty because it's been a while after we move in. So let's perform a cleanup, a proper thorough cleanup. So what I'm expecting and what I'm suspecting of the leakage, mostly because of the few holes near to the crack over here as well, and some is on the floor. So this I believe this is where the water seep in and it caused the leaking under this is the second floor, the first floor itself. So all this type of hole, the crack, need to be filled up with a filler. Yep. So let's perform a proper cleanup. We put filler and then we put sealants to block it. Hope it works. Okay, so yesterday night itself I have used proper detergents to clean up the flooring and also the tiles over here to make sure that's clean with no dust and no oil, and so that it's easier for us to apply any filler or white cement on the gap, and later on we put the sealant on top of this one. So you see, only after you do a proper cleanup you can see what is really the problem. You can see over here itself there's a crack over here, means there's a hole. When you see there's a hole here, the water can seep in easily, and if you just apply a sealant over here it won't work. So you need to put those white cement or filler to cover this hole first. Let it dry for one day before we put in the sealant. And see why my house there's water leaking, because when I properly drill down and I look into the area over here, let me focus for you. You see there's all broken over here. That's why the water can seep in over here as well. This is also very clear. You see, it's all coming out. It's all coming out. You can see from the hole there. It's terrible. That's why the water can seep in over here. At least the second level. That's why the first level there's a leaking. So this is very clear. But you need to clean the floor first before you can see it. Yep. So later I'll show you how to apply the filler and cement, white cement. Okay, today I will need to start filling. Before I put the sealant, I need to fill all this hole. This is the hole which I believe is caused the leaking. So all this hole we need to fill up as mentioned earlier. So this is what I bought. This is a white cement that I bought from the hardware shop. This whole pack is about ringgit Malaysia 2 ringgit. Any bowl will do. I need some water, and this one just to clean up the surface if it touches the outsider. So basically I do not have much tools over here, so I only have these few components, and definitely I'm going to use the finger to put it inside here. So I do not need, because it's not many hole that I need to fill up, so I need this type of few things that I need to fill up. So I don't really think I need to have a proper tools to do that, so I don't want to waste money to do that as well. So you want to do this, just a few holes, and then just like these are things like small holes right here, then you can just use the finger to fill up. So let's mix the white cement. Okay, so I only use a bit of the white cement. Now let me put some water. Don't put too much, just put a bit and let's see how it goes. Okay, now just put tiny bit of water and start to stir it. You don't need to add anything, just put water in this. Don't be too dry as well because you need it to sip into the hole. So you need to be a bit slightly watery and not too over, because otherwise it won't stay. Add a bit more water. A bit little. And then you have the right consistency. Yep, should be okay. It's smooth already. Then we can start applying it. Okay. So this is the first hole that I'm going to fill up with. Let's try putting this one in. The excess is no worry, because then you can clean up. And then sip into the hole. And apply the entire thing. Because basically the line is already quite inside, so I just fill up as well. So it cover all. Remove the excess. The rest of the applications. Paste it. It's like, so basically you have fixed the hole. So let it dry, don't touch it. I think the rest of this one you can use some like damp cloth to clean off all this excess cement over here. Just use some damp cloth will do, or use some this will do. So basically let it dry so the hole has been fully covered. Okay, so for the rest of the hole, which is all at the side here, or this type of hole, just use cement and just apply it softly over here. And this one, just use it and fill it out. Later can clean it with a damp cloth to remove the excess. So don't need to worry too much. Before I dry, I can do that. Just use this one, for example, put it here. You can see at the side here, just apply a layer of it. Here as well. And cover up the hole. Make sure you do it properly. Do not leave any hole unattended. So sometimes you can see some cracks over here. You can't mistake. Just apply one more time in the layer so that I can fill it up. Yeah, so don't worry. Yep. Here's how you do it. And later just use a clean cloth to clean the excess of it. So it's very, very simple. This is where all the water sits in. You don't put this properly, the water will basically go inside. Okay, I'll continue to do this for the rest of the bathroom. Anywhere there's hole. Here maybe I will do this as well. And then I will record a video for the sealants, to put the sealant on all this grout. So basically I have put the white cement on all the places because I found there's a lot of hole nearby. That's why I have decided to put all. So what I'm going to do now is to clean off the excess using this thing, dry off. So it's just here, just to get examples. Over here, to clean up is very easy. Don't wait until it's totally dry. Now after I think about 5 to 10 minutes you can start doing it. You see? This is, then basically it's very nice. You clear off the excess. Similar to here as well. Similar to here, just lightly touch it. Don't overdo it. Just gently do it. Just gently do it so that you won't remove the internal one. You can only remove the external side of it. Yeah, so indirectly smoothen the cement. Okay, I'll do it for the rest. Okay, so I decided to do part one is the after product. Second one is before I doing it. But because this is near to the door side, here actually is okay. I do not need to do it. It depends whether I want to continue or not. So this is the original one. Some of the hole I've patched it, but I did not put everything. But look at here. I repatched every line. You see the white color line? It's all the white cement that I put in. So this is to because there's too many small holes over there. So at last I decided to patch everything, the whole thing. So it looks quite nice and new actually. But there's a lot of tasks to do because you need to use the wet cloth to clean off the area over here. Otherwise you'll be very similar to this one that I didn't clean it properly just now. But at least all the holes have been patched. Yeah. Later I'll do the sealing part. Okay, so today we will be applying the, we call it sealant or waterproof sealer to the grout line and also the floor line. So this is what we're going to do. You can see over here basically is to seal up all the surface, the joint, to make sure it's waterproof, so the water will not seep in through the line itself. But make sure you do not have any holes, so you need to cover with the white cement to make sure there are more hole and it's nice and dry. Then you can apply. You can apply the first layer, the second layer, and after it dry, you can apply the third layer if you want. So it's just very simple. Just use this brush, dip it direct, and just go through it. The line. That's it. It's very simple. Okay, I have opened up the sealer, so I don't want to direct dip it into it so that won't dirty the sealer. So what I'm going to do is I pour some of it into this bucket and I use this to direct apply. Yep. So I won't dirty these things, so I won't pollute it. So I pour a bit into here and then I just leave it the rest over here and cover with the cover. First layer of applying, the second layer I'll do the same, but what I did differently a bit is those areas near to the shower, which is highly moist, I'll apply the entire tiles, not only the ground, the tiles as well. But it's very simple to apply. Just apply it, and it's transparent, so do not need to worry whether it's any stain or not. So after it dry, it just becomes the normal. So just apply this. Because here is extremely moist, so we need to make sure we apply it thoroughly. There's a lot of water over here, and normally in this area as well. This few area. Okay, I'll continue to apply it. So I've basically finished applying all the sealer. You can still see it's not yet dry, so I let it be. You can apply, when it's wet, you can apply 1 or 2 layers, it doesn't matter. And when dry, you want to apply third layer, it's also okay, but I don't think I need it because just I've tried the first layer, the second layer is able to have water resistance already. Let me give it a try. So basically my hand has touched some of the sealants just now without wearing gloves. After the wear, and you can see that the water repellent over here. You see that? You can see the water dropping out from the hand. So this is how it's going to be. Yes. Yep, this is how it looks like when the sealers apply to your tiles. This water repellent. But just do remember to wear gloves, wear mask, and if possible apply a fan to blow out all the, it's very strong smell. It's like thinner smell, but basically it's okay. Just make sure you blow it, open up all the door and ask all the children to leave the room itself, so it should be safe. So let it dry for, I'll put that at least dry for 48 hours to 2 to 3 days, what I'm thinking of. Don't use it, let it totally dry, then you can see how it goes. Okay. So basically, as I understand, sealer will be wear off as well, so you might need to apply it over 3 years or 4 years, or even 2 to 3 years if you are hardworking enough. But just make sure you fill up all the small holes with the white cement or the normal cement first before start to apply the filler, and make sure that the cement dry for at least 2 to 3 days before apply it. Yeah. Okay, happy trying. Do give some luck. Okay, so this bathroom I have first applied the white cement where I fill up all the holes on the floor, the tiles, and the corners. So I fill up the hole. Then after 1 day I let it dry. The second day I put in the sealer. So I put in the sealer, apply 2 layers of the sealer, and I will leave it dry for another 2 days. So today is the first day. I would like to test whether I have applied the sealer correctly. So what you can see over here is the tiles that I applied the sealer. So let me splash some water and you see whether it's waterproof. If it's waterproof, means that we have successfully applied it. If it's not, then you apply another layer. So now I splash some water in. Can you see the water running down? So basically, can you see? I put in the water. Can you see? The water is running down. Okay. So basically you have successfully applied the sealer. So this is how waterproof house the sealer works. So it won't stick on the wall itself. And this to avoid the water from absorbing into the tiles. So this one, all the water will flow down and clear up. So this is how we apply sealer. But I believe after 2 to 3 years, you might need to apply it again. Because after you multiple wash, things like that, I think it will be removed from here. But definitely all this will be, there will be sealer inside here. 2 or 3 years after you do a lot of cleaning, things like that, I think you need to reapply it again to make sure it's really waterproof. Happy trying. Thank you.